sulfur.
It's kind of pointless to record now, but it was.
Yeah, it's gonna blow up.
Isn't it stink?
Sulfur powder by itself doesn't, but what I'm going to do to it will. Let's put it that way.
That's why you need to
Not
see.
a logical question.
What's that?
Pisses me off. 'Cause I didn't get it.
Oh, yes. There was an knowledgeable question having to do with sulfur or something or other. Okay, so we're going to stir that up really well.
It shouldn't be so entertaining, but it is. Do you feel like a star?
Hmm? Oh, are you still filming?
Yes, I am.
Oh, wow.
Looks like some results from
You're going to edit out a lot of the boring parts,
Yeah.
which is most of it. Okay, so... Yes, exactly. Well, YouTube channel.
Thank
Be
you.
the next YouTube sensation.
Yeah.
Red Black will be better. Less singing.
Listening.
Yeah, a lot less singing.
Alright, so what have I created here?
A mixture.
Iron sulfate?
A tray with iron sulfur in it.
Who says iron sulfate? Who says a mixture?
I say mixture.
Iron
Say
sulfate?
mixture.
You say mixture? You say both?
Yeah, I say both.
Both.
Yeah, totally.
I think
It's
mixture
an iron
kind of covers
sulfate
it.
mixture.
Okay, so iron sulfate is the name of a compound, right? And there's no real name for a mixture. We would still call it iron and sulfur if it was a mixture. So, what is it? Is this a compound or a mixture?
Mixture.
Ooh, I'm smart.
Mostly agree on that. Okay. All right. How can we prove it's a mixture? We can
You still
Separate.
separate.
still separate, right? Well, you did this yesterday, right? So just because you throw a couple of things together, it doesn't instantly make it a compound, right? I mean, you can put hydrogen gas and oxygen gas together in a balloon, and it's not water, right? Like you tall for your camera.
A little bit.
A little bit. Yeah, so I mean, we can sit here and do what you did yesterday, which is take the magnet and pull out all the iron there, but we're actually going to go in the other direction.
I didn't even have to watch. I can just watch my iPad.
We're going to try and get them together. Yeah, more or less. More or less. Alright, so there it is there. Still a mixture, right? At this point we can still use a magnet and get the iron filings out of there. Okay. So at this point we're going to give it some energy in the form of heat. And this is tricky to light because we got all kinds of breeze blowing over it, but let's see how it goes.
Yeah.
Try.
Actually, yeah.
How does my iPad have a better view right now than I do?
Alright, let's try that. Hope it stays lit. And metal to the tongs, right? So if you're ever doing anything like this, and you probably will, don't put the metal part over the flame because eventually your hands will start feeling it. So try to just get the glass part over the flame, kind of at an angle like that, pointing away from people. Just in case, yeah. Just in case.
So are they merging into one or what?
Merging. Right? So, yeah, at this point we're into the realm of chemical changes, not physical changes, right? Anytime you get heat energy,
I'm stupid. What I do is just make a kick.
start making some changes that wouldn't happen.
Is it gonna smell like eggs?
Depends on how much I let leak out of the fume hood.
Depends on how close you want to get to it.
Depends
How
on how
about
close
done?
you want to get it, yeah. Fume hood's on, so we're doing pretty good. We're starting to get some sulfur vapor up there. I don't know if you can see it. A little yellow creeping up the sides up there.
I'm tired of pulling this up.
Also being careful not to catch the sulfur vapor on fire. It's actually pretty flammable. I did catch it on fire once, kind of shot out for a while. Didn't like it.
Pretty big.
Yeah. So there's a lot of sulfur vapor coming off. It means we're getting the whole mix pretty hot.
Let's put this into a lamp and then market it to the community.
A bit of what?
Put it into a lamp and then market it to the community.
No, that's fine.
Oh, you know, fun.
I'd buy that.
Of course you will be part of my hand.
Alright, maybe just a little bit more. Alright, now the fun part.
Tilt the beaker up. Or, yay!
Oh noes!
It's supposed to do that.
Yep. I'm supposed to do that. This is the part that probably smells a little bit, so I'll put her up in front of Amber. She can enjoy that. Mmm, delicious. Alright, there it is.
Can I eat one?
Pretty.
No.
Yeah, come over here.
No. So, at this point, mixture or compound?
Compound.
Broken glass.
Still vaguely magnetic, so
Smells funny.
we may not have pure iron sulfide there, but
Steven's outside, see what happens.
no, we're good. It's close. No, let's not. So yeah, we've essentially created one of the more useless compounds in the universe, iron sulfide.
Yay!
And actually, in fact, usually it goes the other way around. You usually find rocks with iron sulfide in them, and then they have to smelt. They have to get this stuff really hot to get the iron out. It's one of the sources of iron. But you can guess what else comes off when you burn this stuff really, really hot. You get all the sulfur and stuff. You can smell it in the air now, especially since I'm holding this under my nose. Very pleasant stuff. So, yeah, at that point, that's mostly yucky iron sulfide stuff. That's compounded at that point, right? And we'd have a real hard time getting the sulfur out of the iron.
Extra fun.
Oh, shit. Okay, so that would be super challenging to give you that stuff and ask you to separate that because it's just a compound, right? That'll be, a huge part of the course will be talking about chemical reactions. About does that actually react with anything? Can we combine that with something else? At this point, in terms of physical properties, we're just separating stuff. So for that ends that demo. So for the last little bit of class, most of the class, you have to take a look and see how your mixtures are coming along. Several of you had filtration setups where you were waiting to see what would drip through, and ultimately you want to come up with those numbers. Remember, you want to have, there in this mixture you gave me, there were 5 grams of sand and 5 grams of plastic chips or whatever. So see if you can get to that point where you've got a number of what exactly is there in the mixture that you have. And then check with the people that gave it to you and see how close you are. And if there's time, we might even think about doing a percent error calculation. There's a real simple thing that you can do to figure out how far off you were from what the people gave you.